So you've chosen the semi-dark path, huh? Oh, you're gonna regret this.
What's going on with me? I can't get these images out of my mind. Those black creatures. How do they know me? Who was I before this?
You know, this would all be easily explained if somebody would actually sit Shadow down and, tell him!
Shadow, you seem troubled.
You!
Look.
That's the...
Yes, that's right. The space colony Ark. 50 years ago.
The Ark? 50 years ago? That's me.
That's right. This will remind you what the humans did to you. Never forget that horrifying image.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Doom! Jesus Christ, no. Can I go back? Can I just go full evil? Can I go full evil then go hero?
I can't leave everyone else behind. Please, you need to rescue the people being held by the gun soldiers in the laboratory.
How about no, Maria? Why don't I just beat you up the side and then end this now? Oh my god, the Doom. So, if you're doing the hero mission, you need to find 10 of these survivors and throw this healing capsule. Hey, buddy, you want it? You want it? You want this? You want this? Too bad. Alright, let's not be a complete dick to him. But, what is this right here? This is your map of the Doom. Oh, I've been waiting to rant about this, but first, let me pour what looks like acid on the man. So, alright, the Doom is one of the 2 most infamous levels in this game. Infamous for the reason of why the fuck is there not a radar in this stupid thing. The Doom is a maze, ladies and gentlemen. A horrible one at that. It is atrocious. Absolutely atrocious. For trying to find all of the 10 wounded scientists to throw healing capsules on them, or to find all 60 of the gun members that you have to disarm and kill. And here's this prick who decided, I'm gonna kick you. Guess what? Now you die. So, let's start with the obvious one, and the scientists. The scientists are hidden inside corridors, blown open walls that sometimes don't blow open, and ever so greatly, you need to find the healing capsule and throw it on them every time. You have no idea where they are unless you use that pitiful map that is on the side of it, and if you can get the camera to cooperate to actually look at the map long enough and be able to decipher it to be able to actually use it. Now on to the neutral mission. Well, there's a goal ring around here, ladies and gentlemen. Does the game tell you on a map where it is or on the maps at all? No. And what's even better, all these corridors look the fucking same. So guess what? You're going to be going through corridor after corridor trying to find the stupid goal ring for the neutral mission, which is what we're doing for the semi-dark path. And now on to the obvious little one in the room, the kill 60 gun soldiers. Oh yes, because everything looks the same here. You have to backtrack all the time to make sure you didn't miss any. Even more so, there are chances that these walls that the gun soldiers blow up and go through don't blow up. So you'll have to come back later to do it. But that's not even the worst part about this. Oh no. In one room that is inside this place, there is actually a gun soldier. A gun soldier that is in a green mech that I ended up passing earlier. Well, you can have 59 out of 60 gun troops in order to be able to find, that last one. You're going through the entire stage again, looking through every nook and cranny. Well, guess what? The game is bugged and glitched up the ass for that last one. What you have to do is you have to go to a checkpoint, warp to another checkpoint, and then go back to the room where you were in. As long as all the other gun soldiers were killed, that green mech will suddenly spawn. The Doom is an abhorrently terrible level that in all honesty should be the highlight of Shadow the Hedgehog. For the fact that we're in the past, we're 50 years in the past of the actual gun raid on the Ark. And what is happening? It, instead of, being something interesting to where we can see how, Gun completely fucked up, ended up killing innocent people, because as you can see, they've wounded scientists here. No, instead we're just going around corridors trying to find our way. I feel that Chaos Blast definitely shows my anger. What you're not seeing is I actually do the Doom pretty well. Why is that? You're not seeing the failures I've cut out. How much time did it take me to do the Doom into an appropriate degree that I thought it was good? Oh, only 40 minutes. The Doom is terrible. And, can you believe it? There's a compliment level to this one in the hero path. That's even fucking worse. Honestly, between the Doom and the other one, which is known as Lost Impact, I find the Doom to be the less worse one. Although that's like winning the shit Olympics. In the end, you still lose. Just like I lose my sanity being here. Now you can skip the Doom, all fine. There are paths that you can end up taking inside of this game that will have you avoid the Doom. But at the same time, if you're trying to do the all dark mission, the next mission for doing the dark one is just as annoying. Believe me, it doesn't make trying to get to the full dark path without having to do a full dark every single mission run any easier. And the only reason why I am honestly showing off the Doom is because for this playthrough, I'm showing off every single shitty level inside this game. So the Doom gets its spotlight. And as you can see, I'm already lost. The checkpoints mean nothing. And I believe this is finally the room to where we'll be able to find everything. This is not the room to where that gun soldier I was talking to you about is in. But no, the room that one's in has the same exact layout as this one. I know it's a bit confusing, but they copy and paste the assets inside of this area constantly, which does not help at all. The other thing that's annoying, these elevators. They're so slow and so annoying to deal with. They slowly go up, and if you just so happen to miss the bottom one, there's a death pit underneath it. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? This is still functioning off the ever so lovely checkpoint system. So if you ended up not hitting any of the checkpoints, you're possibly lost and have to backtrack through everything again. Only thing that's saved is your time. So here I'm showing off the missions. The dark one is the Annihilate the Gun. We have to find the goal ring, or we have to save the captured researchers. Luckily, we're just doing the goal ring, which is still not good. Luckily though, we're at the end of the stage because the goal ring is up here. There's nothing telling you that there are multiple levels in this place, or the fact that the goal ring is behind on a multiple level. Fuck the Doom, it's a terrible level.
Maria, I'm glad that you're safe.
Yeah, I know, I'm glad Maria's safe too, which is why I had her with me the entire time. Oh, wait. And D, don't care.
Mantis platoon, Heavy Dog reporting in. Primary target and the girl have been located. Acquiring targets. En route to intercept and destroy.
What the?
Please, Shadow, help me.
Humans, willing to sacrifice their own when overcome by greed. They are a foolish race.
Those heartless humans. Get out of my way.
Ah, yes. So, meet Heavy Dog, the only boss that you're going to fight in this game that's not multiple times. There is another variation of this boss known as Blue Falcon that you would fight inside of the All Evil path and in a different location, but you honestly only fight this type of gun, I guess, robot twice, as opposed to the Egg Breaker, which you will fight 3 to 4 times throughout the constant part of this game. And I'm not counting the redos. I mean just based on paths alone dealing with it. If you count redos, you're fighting the fucking egg breaker at least 8 times. But what do I think about this boss right here? Well, it's implied that this is the gun soldier that shot Maria. And so here you are taking your revenge on him. But there's always been a few things that I've always found odd with how this game portrays how pretty much Maria was shot. And honestly, as much as Sonic X is really not the best show ever, it still explains Maria's death a lot better than this game could ever hope to. Inside Sonic X, pretty much what ended up happening was the guy who shot Maria, he remorsefully did not mean to. He was panicking because Maria was on the switch that would have sent Shadow out of the colony, and he did it reactionary out of fear. And I have to admit, the show portrays that actually very well, and also shows his great remorse for doing that, for the fact that she ended up dying because of what he ended up doing. In this game, they don't give 2 fucks about that. They just make it seem like, oh hey, I was purposely aiming after Maria because I'm a dick. Humans bad. Humans are evil. You gotta kill them. Hence is the case with why I thought Sonic X provided a better explanation for it. Hell, it even provided a better explanation on how it dealt with the corruption that's quite clearly still inside G.U.N. Because you know what would make a better game? Possibly the fact that, you know, Shadow finding out about his past, and the fact that G.U.N is still corrupt, and then going after the corrupt G.U.N. None of this alien bullshit. None of this, you know, oh, I am, you know, I'm gonna be evil, I'm gonna be good. No, I'm gonna stop the corruption. Or, you know, I'm gonna go with the corruption only becoming the head of G.U.N. Pretty much anything to get rid of the stupid aliens, which feels so shoehorned in this plot. There's a reason why they don't appear, the Black Arms don't appear much inside of, you know, the Archie comics. But there we go. That takes care of Heavy Dog. There. I avenged Maria. Only I didn't. By the way, is it ever explained, are we in the past or are we just in some figment of imagination that demonic Goku created? I'm going with the latter in all honesty, because the former, Sonic doesn't handle time travel too well.
Sir, your transport is ready. We must go now. Sir, please.
Once again, I have failed my duty to protect our nation.
Sir, it's not over. We can continue to fight. The Black Aliens may have rendered us unable for now, but we will rally, sir. You must keep your nation strong and together.
Yes, keep the nation united. No matter what happens, we'll never surrender to these creatures. This much I learned from them.
Sir, please hurry.
Okay.
The black creatures will feel their own bloody hell.
What a pathetic sight. Shadow, follow them. Make sure they understand their situation.
Oh, they will understand their situation, just like I will ask you a question right now, Black Doom. Once we end up getting to our next stage, which is known as Air Fleet. Now, the Dark Mission in Air Fleet is pretty strenuous.
Shadow, we're in big trouble. The black creatures are after the president's escape pod. You've got to stop them and save the president.
So yes, we already have our hero mission. Our hero mission is kill 35 mooks. Yay, we haven't gotten sick of this, have we? But for the Dark Mission, you have to go after the president's little... It looks like a mini plane, but that's apparently an escape pod. Honestly, in terms that would be for the real life, that would be technically Air Force One. But thing is, that thing has an abhorrent amount of health. I mean, a ridiculous amount of health. If you are not careful, you can easily fail that Dark Mission. it takes so much ammunition just to damage it that you're better off waiting until you complete the last story and get the weapon which is known as the Shadow Rifle, which is so ridiculously overpowered. Any mission to where you have to destroy a vehicle, such as the one in Lethal Highway, will literally go down within like 3 or 4 shots. So you can imagine how annoying it is if you're trying to go for the other path of, you know, the dark ending, because remember, through all this, through what you're not seeing when it comes to the routes on this game, when you beat a story one time and get its ending, you have to redo the entire story again just to get the other one. Now, if you want to, you can hit that little, I guess we're gonna just pull a Looney Tunes on that one, and it would end up changing the sign and putting the escape pod in the opposite direction, which would be filled with gun troops, as opposed to this one, which is just filled with the black arms, which I am using and being very dangerous about because I just want to use chaos control, because our goal for this one is simple. We're just going to the end, and we're just getting to the goal ring on the inside with the Chaos Emerald. That being said, this level is still pretty long, but not too ridiculous, I have to admit. It's not too bad if you're not going after the president's, you know, escape craft, which apparently is on one giant rail. Okay. So, now I'm going to ask a question. Black Doom, you are quite clearly on the surface of this planet. In the neutral path, you will tell us you transported a bunch of temples that act as flying fortresses to the planet 2,000 years ago. Why do you need Shadow to get the Chaos Emeralds? Why? You quite clearly can show you can go on the planet in physical form. Why do you need Shadow to get them? And I mean quite clearly, you've also obtained a few Chaos Emeralds in the past by your own. Why do you need Shadow? This is never explained and never makes any sense, and is quietly ignored just like the other plot holes that are inside this game. Actually, no, now that I think about it, if the president's escape pod, as much as I don't call it one, is on a little rail, that would actually make sense as to why it ends up changing directions when you end up hitting that thing, because I never noticed that rail before actually until right now. So right there, I'm checking to make sure how many aliens I've killed, because I just want to get chaos control and get to the center of this place as fast as I can, and I don't want to have to deal with anything. So let us chaos control. Whee! Whee! Oh, fun time over. Now, what you're supposed to do for this one is you're supposed to grab onto those, I guess, pipes that are just hanging there once the wind turbine goes off, but just spin dash for it. It's one of the few times spin dashing is actually useful. Now, right here, since I ended up accidentally going on the hero path, I actually do have to kill some of the aliens in order to do this, and I'm already attacking the president's escape pod, so go me. So, I need to go and find the other big aliens, so let us shoot you. I thought this was a grind rail. Nope. Well, it is, but it's electrified, and pretty much at this point, I ended up going this way, and I realized, okay, I have more than enough aliens I can kill to get myself out of here. Come on, Tails. Are you ever going to explain how you got on this ship? No? How about where the hell Sonic is in all this? I mean, you'd think Sonic would be the one protecting the president. You would think. No, he's not. Sonic is actually going to be mysteriously absent for the rest of this story until we get to the final area of the game for the final mission. And even then, he's not in the final mission. He's just the final boss if you do the evil route of the semi-dark path. But it's not him by himself. No, I'll wait for the boss on that one. But here we're on the outside right here, and believe it or not, despite this taking so much time, the president's escape pod still isn't fully docked. In fact, I think I'm close to the area in which would be the final stretch of this level. So we're close to being done on the bright side. And oh look, baby's first egg walker, only it can't jump high now. It does have a turret on it though, which is cute looking. Right, and let's go up here. It was at this point, because I'm still technically inside the hero path, that I noticed that door was right there. So I'm going to have to kill the black arm aliens in order to be able to, you know, continue on. Now, the thing that sucks the most inside this game, no, I'll actually wait for that for something else, because I'm pretty sure it's pretty obvious already if you're following along or if you've been playing this game yourself. This game has a habit of, you know, you have to attack your own allies for whatever side you're helping in order to progress through the level. And then your, you know, partner character will berate you for it. That is annoying, and I don't get why this game does that. But here we are right here. This is pretty much the last stretch for the Dark mission. As you can see, you have the President's escape pod, which honestly just looks like a personal jet more than anything. And it's going down this long corridor, and I mean long vertical corridor. So this is your last chance to actually kill the President, quote unquote. And even then, this won't kill him because this just connects you into the dark story. And believe me, it doesn't really matter. But we're going to go down here this way. Gonna roll through here. And keep going forward because...
Forget about that for now. We have to drive off the black creatures first.
Sorry, Tails. I'm in it for the emeralds. And as you can see, Dark
I'm
Mission
going to find
failed.
the truth for myself.
So, there we go. But, anyway, guys, I'm going to end it off right here. This is Baroxis1359. Next time, we're going to tackle the final mission of the Semi-Dark Path.